Welcome, welcome to ALS Personal Development and Relax Music. Trust you doing great. If today is the first time, you are most welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you are highly welcome. So today I read from my book 1001 Life-Changing Quotes for Teens, authored by me, Laura Lycett. So I'm reading from chapter 4, and it's talking about gratitude. Chapter 4, gratitude. So I'm just going to be reading. Let's see how many of these quotes we can read today. I trust that your day has been great, and it's always a joy to share with you. So the very first quote that I'm going to read is actually coming from Johannes A. Gertner, and it says, "To speak gratitude is cautious and pleasant. To enact gratitude is generous and noble, but to live gratitude is to touch heaven." To live gratitude is to touch heaven. So I read again. As you can see, that's chapter 4. Chapter 4, and it's talking about gratitude. So it's, to speak gratitude is cautious and pleasant. To enact gratitude is generous and noble. But to live gratitude, that means that if you have a heart of gratitude, you will touch heaven. Quote number 2. Appreciation can make a day, even change a life. Your willingness to put into words is all that is necessary. So if you're able to put your gratitude into words, then you can actually even make somebody's life better, or better still, even change somebody's life. And this is coming from Margaret Cousins. I read again. It says, appreciation can make a day, even change a life. Just you appreciating somebody can possibly change their life. Your willingness to put it into words is all that is necessary. Let's show appreciation. Let's show gratitude daily. Quote number 3 says, too many people overvalue what they are not and undervalue what they are. Too many people overvalue what they are not and undervalue what they have. So this quote is trying to say that value what you have. Don't think about the things that you don't have, but the things that you have, show appreciation for them, show gratitude for them, and in that way, you will be pleasantly surprised. You will be so pleasantly surprised. We should not dwell. So in other words, don't dwell on the negative, dwell on the positive, dwell on the good side, dwell on the things that you've been gifted with, and show gratitude. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you, everybody who is watching on and listening in. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in. Quote number 4. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. That is intriguing. So it goes to show the value of gratitude. It's the greatest of all virtues. And this is coming from Cicero. George Hilbert says, "Thou, O Lord, hast given me so much. Give me one more thing, a grateful heart." So, God, may we be people who show gratitude for everything that we have in our lives, for everything that we've been gifted with, even for the ones that we haven't been gifted with. Let us show gratitude. Quote number 6, and this is coming from Moi. A grateful heart is the key to unlock every potential that you have in your very being. A grateful heart is the key to unlock every potential that you have in your very being. And this is coming from Laura Lycett, which is me. Quote number 7. This is coming from Melody Beetle. And she says, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast just by showing gratitude. You can turn the meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and it creates a vision for tomorrow. This is amazing. Just by being grateful. Look at the opened doors. Look at the opened opportunities. Look at the blessings. It can change your meal. A common meal can be turned into a feast when you begin to show gratitude, because it will multiply everything in your life and make everything look and work better for you just by showing gratitude. I'll read that again from Melody Beetle. It says, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. I love this quote. I love this quote. It's beautiful. I'm just thinking about it. So beautiful. Quote number 8. God gave you a gift of 86,400 seconds today. Have you used one to say thank you? And this is coming from William A. Ward. So gratitude, gratitude, gratitude is the best attitude. Quote number 9. There is no such thing as gratitude unexpressed. So if you're grateful for something and not expressing it, nobody would know. So there is no such thing as gratitude unexpressed. If it is unexpressed, it is plain old-fashioned ingratitude. So there will be people who show gratitude, and this is coming from Robert Brault. It's so beautiful. So quote number 10. Praise the bridge that carried you over. Praise the bridge that carried you over. And this is coming from George Coleman. So in our lives, we always get those days or those times or those seasons where we need the help. Always remember how you got to where you are. Remember the people who helped you get there. So praise the bridge that carried you over. Quote number 11. If you count all your assets, you will always show a profit. If you count your assets, you will always show a profit. And that is true. No matter how bad you think something is, there is always good in it. So you will always, or if you count your assets, you will always show a profit. Quote number 12. Grace isn't a little prayer you chant before receiving a meal. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. Grace. I mean, so we say grace to like it's a prayer, isn't it? So you say it not just when you have something to eat or when everything is going well, but if you have that attitude of gratitude, then you're always saying a grace. And this is coming from Jacqueline Winsper. Quote number 13. Gratitude is a quality similar to electricity. It must be produced and discharged and used up in order to exist at all. Oh my goodness, this is very interesting. Gratitude is a quality similar to electricity. It must be produced, one, and discharged, two, and used up in order to exist at all. Wow. So people, you can see, I looked for the best of quotes so that we can all learn. We must learn daily something new. This is so interesting. Gratitude is a quality similar to electricity. It must be one, produced, two, discharged here, and then used up in order to exist at all. This is coming from William Faulkner. If you want to quote number 14, if you want to turn your life around, try thankfulness. It will change your life mightily. If you want to turn your life around, try thankfulness. Oh my goodness. It will change your life mightily. And this is coming from Gerald Good. Oh my goodness. It says it all. Yes. If you want changes, begin to show gratitude, begin to have that kind of thankful and a grateful heart. Oh God, help me remember to be always grateful. Quote number 14. There is not a more pleasing exercise of the mind than gratitude. It is accompanied with such an inward satisfaction that the duty is sufficiently rewarded by the performance. There is not a more pleasing exercise of the mind than gratitude. Oh, if you begin to exercise your mind to show gratitude for everything, this is so deep. It is accompanied with such an inward satisfaction that the duty is sufficiently rewarded. Oh, how beautiful. Grow, quote number 15, grow flowers of gratitude in the soil of prayer. Grow flowers of gratitude in the soil of prayer. So there it says it. It says it. Gratitude Hmm. If we train our minds to show gratitude at everything and at every single time, and truly our lives will be turned around. So it says, quote number 16 says, gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. And where I think I wrote this somewhere, and somebody was saying, how is that? I'm like, yes. When you show gratitude, you're opening doors to your riches. But if you're somebody throughout the Bible, people who were complaining and murmuring, God does not like people who complain or murmur. Show gratitude, because no matter how bad you think the situation is, you are still blessed beyond measure. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. Quote number 17 says, if the only prayer you said in your whole life was thank you, that will still suffice. Wow. If the only prayer you ever said your whole life is thank you, that will still suffice, because saying thank you, showing gratitude, oh my goodness, just by doing that, we're touching heaven. I'm just thinking, wow. Quote number 18. For each new morning with its light, for rest and shelter of the night, for health and food, for love and friends, for everything thy goodness sends. We are so grateful. For each new morning with its light, for rest and shelter of the night, for rest and shelter, for health and food, for love and friends, for everything thy goodness sends. We are indeed so grateful. Quote number 19. If you have lived, take thankfully the past. If you have lived, take thankfully the past. And the last quote number 20 says, gratitude is the memory of the heart. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. And the bonus, like I always like to give a bonus, says silent gratitude isn't much use to anyone. So you can't show gratitude if you're not expressing it or you're not saying it. It will mean that you did not show gratitude. So it's like zero and it's nullified. I trust that you enjoyed these quotes. And I pray that at least one or two of them have sunk in. I know the one that sunk into me, and some of them will do the same for you. Let's be people who show gratitude, because gratitude is the greatest of all human virtues. Thank you so much for tuning in and for listening in. For those who'll be watching later, please stay blessed. Have a heart of gratitude. It is the best attitude. Thank you. God bless you. This is ALS, Personal Development and Relaxed Music. Subscribe and stay tuned in. Bye-bye.